What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the forge. Today's project, I think I'm going to make little tomahawks today. This would be like a mouse hawk. It's kind of small, obviously, you can tell. Now, this is more of the style I kind of want to go for. This is someone else's make. I forget who made it. It was a father and son team. I got it a decade ago. Pretty cool looking. It's kind of small, super light, but this thing sticks like a dart, so I'm not going to copy this exactly, but this is kind of the ballpark I want to go for. And the issue I have is all the handles you buy these days from these companies. If you look, this is the standard mandrel I use. Pretty much everyone uses this. You see how it fits in there like a glove? It's nice and tight all the way around, basically. Now, for traditional handles, this is perfect. The handles you find these days are just fucking all over the place. Just shut up. And you can see there's pretty large gaps in there. That's a bad angle. See that? That's a huge gap in there. And that can only go so far before it wants to shoot off the handle. Anyway, and if you look at this, you see it's relatively straight and then it just starts going severe. It's supposed to be straight the whole way. So, being that people can't make handles properly anymore, and this is actually thinner here than it is down here, which is ridiculous. But it's supposed to taper the whole way. I've gotten handles from multiple companies. They all come like this, pretty shitty. So, it's what we got to work with. So, I'm going to call these mouse hawks because I'm going to have to make the eye smaller. So, instead of drifting it up around here somewhere, I'm going to have to drift it to down here somewhere. I'll measure it out for wherever this is at and this is at. I'll take my calipers and, transfer those marks to here as I'm forging to keep it where I want it. So we're going to use the stock I have, the 4140. That's an alloy. We're probably going to go around 3.5, maybe 4 inches. Not too much. Remember, if you remember the pipe hawk video, that was 4, I think I went 5 inches. Could have been 4.5, but I went 5. So we'll go from there. And check it out. All right, there's the eye drifted and right to where I want it. Now, after I got that bad boy all done, I'm gonna let it heat up and slowly cool as I go eat some lunch, take the stress out of everything I just put in it. All right, I made two, just because it doesn't make sense to waste the heat if you can fit two, right? So, they're still a little hot. You can see the eyes drifted out where I want. I have my little caliper here, so I can check it, make sure it's where it needs to be, right on the money. I can stretch it out slightly bit more if I need to, not a big deal. Again, if you look at the eyes, a lot of this is all, well, most of this can be all ground off. And the eye, it only matters if it's perfectly dead center, right? For the most part, because I'm gonna grind all this shit off. I want it to be tight. Kind of how I made this one in the past. This is a wrap. It's one big flat piece. I think this is a lawnmower blade. I wrapped it and I forge welded it together. So you join the two, obviously. But that's like a little mouse hook. So I kind of want the forged ones to be like this guy. And then all the weight is going to be the bit. And I'm going to feather it out, hopefully, to look like that guy. We'll see. It'll turn out how it's going to, but let's get the forge back, get this place warm again, and get working. Even that heat. All right, there we go. Both smashed out. Let's see. Pretty damn straight. Again, I don't care about that curling or anything. There's no cold shuts yet, but maybe right there there is. That's all going to be ground out. Same thing with the cheeks. We're going to grind all that down. We just want to get the forging done. So, as I said, did two because why waste the heat? We'll let these cool down, grind them into the shape that I think is cool, and finish them up. All right, there's the grinding done. I had to focus, clean out that eye a little bit on the inside. There's a little too much scale build up. I'll do that with this one as well, because you can see in there there's a good amount of scale. You kind of want to get it out. I mean, you don't have to, it doesn't really matter. But I like to get it out just so I can seat my hickory in there better. And you can see they're not the same. They're close. But this one's a little bit bigger, which I like, the bit at least. See, it's a little taller. Pretty cool. We're gonna make some really cool mouse hocks. I already did a practice throw with this guy and it stuck like a dart, and there's not even an edge on it, as you can see. It's just a big flat front bit. No issues there. Turned out pretty sweet. Let's get to the heat treat and finish these bad boys up. All right, all cleaned up. As cleaned up as I want to get them. Pretty good. Smears from my dirty ass hands, excuse me. Again, these are the little mouse hawks I made, so these are going to be for everyday just annihilation. You're going to destroy stuff with these. Super quick, it's got a nice weight to them. And they're a little different from each other, as you can tell. Not perfect. I wasn't trying to go for perfect, but they're pretty close, right? For the most part. And then the bottoms. I don't know, I'd say it's pretty close. And I actually forgot. I did the heat treat, and then I forgot I didn't put my touch mark on them. So thankfully I just kept this edge way off and put this on a heat sink, torched it, stamped it, put it off, and put it back in oil. So this wouldn't have been hot enough to heat treat, and it would cool the bit down in case it took any heat from this thick part. Anywho, let's get some handles on. All right, there's the handle fit. I'm not going to do the finishing touches until after the test, so let's go see how these little mice run. Well, first one's nice. They hit hard though. Alrighty folks, here are the mouse hawks. They're a little different from each other, but pretty close if you ask me. And can you really tell? It's all by eyeball for the most part. Pretty darn close. That's why it's good if you're gonna make more than one, make them together, because the whole batch will be pretty similar, you know? Pretty sweet. They're pretty sharp. I already got myself a little bit right there. Pretty shaving sharp, I'd say. Got a little pole, a wraparound. Again, like I was looking for. It's more like 3/8 all the way around, but it's nice and sturdy, obviously. I like to leave a little forging in here where I can leave it, just to show that it is a forged process. All by hand for the most part, except for the machine helping along the way. But a hand operates that too now, doesn't it? Look pretty cool. This one's a little bit darker. I had a couple handles split on me from it's winter time where I'm at, so, or this time of year whenever you're watching this, in the Northeast, so all the wood's real dry, so if you start torching it, if you don't pre-soak it, you'll get a grain, it'll just split right through. So yeah, that's why this one's a little less torched. Give it a blotchy look, something different, or whatever. But I like this flow. You check that out? Pretty cool looking, right? These things stick like a dart too, because they got a real nice profile to them. Real nice profile. Anywho, turned out pretty good. I'm happy with them. Happy, happy, happy. I'll have these up on the store soon, next day or so. So if anybody wants to grab them, they can. Link in the description, all that jazz. Hope you all enjoyed this little video. It was fun for me. And everyone have a great day. Take care.